We wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
All right, what is up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome back to Lifeline. So, as you can see, out on trail again. So I am attempting to finish the rest of my Ice Age trail hike. So, did things a little differently. I ended up doing a little bike packing and rode 35 miles to get to Lapham Peak. Officially past the point that I had to bail out last time. I'm on my way. I still have a pretty long trek ahead of me. Just had a little bite to eat. So I made some of my mango sticky rice. Got to fill up some water at a creek. It was nice. So, got a little bit of fuel. And yeah. So, super nice, like knowing that I've passed where I had to bail out last time. So it's a pretty good accomplishment. Rode the bike 35 miles. You know, it's kind of interesting, like I passed Ice Age trail markers when I was on the bike, and just to get to Lapham, and then this morning coming through the Ice Age trail, I actually walked a decent amount of trail that I was on the bike. So the bike kind of took me like way out of the way just to get to the parking lot over there. So but yeah, so it's kind of nice, like a little bit of accomplishment. Definitely a confidence booster. So I was I was able to purchase the Gut Hooks app for the Ice Age Trail, and that has definitely been a bit of a lifesaver. Like, you can still use the app, like the actual trail map, if you go on like Google or whatever, but having the Gut Hooks app is way more detailed. Plus, like, it's got GPS on there, so you can actually see where you're at on the trail, kind of how far you are from different things. So that has definitely been able to, like, it's helped me gauge my water better this time, which has been such a lifesaver. Look, it's just open field. It is a little, you know, a little scary. Not gonna lie. It's like the element of the unknown. You know what lies ahead. There's a lot of miles. It's definitely the furthest I've ever hiked. You know, and there's parts that are really great, and there's parts that are just, you know, kind of whatever, kind of boring. A lot of downtime for sure. Alone with your thoughts. So. Definitely makes a difference having good quality gear out here, especially this time of the month. You know, right now it's super warm out. I ended up taking off the hoodie and my thermal pants, so I'm just hiking in a t-shirt and shorts right now, which has been super nice. Not really sweating too bad. So that's a good thing. But yeah, so a long way to hike to get to my next goal, and we're gonna stop at a shelter for the night. So hopefully there are some trees nearby or within the shelter area that I can set this hammock up on. And got some pretty cool places to visit.
If you want somebody to need you, you know I will. So baby, get out, come on, get in the fast lane. You are the one.
Definitely making good time. Really good time. So some of the changes I made, lightening the gear, lightening the food. Bought a couple of pairs of darn tough socks. Switched out the boots for my Columbia hiking shoes. All of that definitely made a difference this time around. So hiking a lot of miles today. Oh, spider webs. Alright, well, a few more miles to go. I'll finally make it to the shelter. This, I don't know how to say it, Scuppernong segment. This is a grueling segment for sure. Some thin trail lines, tons of changes of elevation. a lot of windy little trail. It's crazy. So I definitely still have some energy, but I'm starting to hurt. So definitely definitely the end of hiking today, so just gotta make these a little bit. These next couple little miles here. I'm praying to God there are some trees by the shelter that I can hang this hammock up on. The only thing I'm concerned with is water. It doesn't seem like there's a water source nearby.
Come on, get in the fast lane. You are the one that's got a hold on me. I say we gotta live our lives.
We're getting close.
Yeah, with no
I gotta look at
speed
the
limit.
map and see.
Come on, you
I
make
know there's a
my
water
heart
source
race.
further
You are
past where I'm
the
going,
one that keeps the pace
but I don't know
need.
how long of
I
a hike
say we gotta
it
live
is to get to it.
live our lives with no speed limit.
For the day, so I made it
With
to
no
the
speed
shelter
limit.
off this segment, and it's literally a shelter.
Yeah, with no
There's little hooks
speed
there I can hang my
limit.
hammock inside the shelter, which is
If
pretty
you
badass.
want
But of course, you know, I've got 1 liter of water left, so on the search for water, and I saw a sign headed like towards the shelter. It said spring, and I was like, oh, I hope this is an actual spring and not like Spring Road. So I come walking down this very like grueling little steep trail, and yeah, let me show you. Let me show you what I'm about to filter water through with. Get water. This is super sketch, but I have to. So I'm gonna bring 5 liters of water, both of the Catadine filters, and then I got a 1 liter water bottle. So I gotta fill them up so that I can make food tonight, coffee and breakfast in the morning. Oh my God, I just want clean water, dude. Please, shit. This is super sketch, but whatever. Here we go. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, technically day 3, but day 2 of hiking, and I did just over 17 miles yesterday, and I am paying for it today. My body hurts so bad. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, like, I'm not sleeping well out here this time. I normally don't have a problem. Like, I can't sleep when I'm at home. And as soon as I get out in nature, like, I'm out like a baby. But yeah, so about 45 degrees last night. Definitely, again, you know, super warm inside of the hammock with that liner, and I seriously have to give props to Outdoor Vitals with that 0 degree under quilt / sleeping bag. I mean, that thing is so warm. If I could sleep, I would definitely be sleeping like a baby. But yeah, I mean, as far as warmth, like, it's cozy. It's super cozy. Like, you can't even tell it's cold outside. So, made a little fire last night while I was eating dinner and getting a hammock and everything set up. So let me kind of show you guys how I set everything up inside this shelter. So it's the first time I've ever done this. Yeah, it was all right. It was actually warm inside the shelter just because obviously, like, you're blocking all that wind and all that. So way warmer in there than it would have been sleeping out here. So, but yeah, let me show you guys around. All right, so first things first. So I had the water set up here, and I had the food set up here. I just kind of raised that up like that, and then tied this off to that over there. So I don't have to worry about bears like swiping at the cord or anything. So I wasn't too worried. Breakfast. So yeah, inside here we've got a little hammock set up. So that just went right up on those. And then on the other side, I just ran some cordage from each of the hooks, made like a little clothesline, hung the backpack, the gear sling, and then like all my excess gear and stuff went all inside of there. So just trying to like dry stuff off, get everything off the ground. So it worked out pretty good. Getting up this morning, like obviously coming out of like a warm cocoon, you know, right into like brisk cold air, like that sucks. Shoes are still a little wet, so I did put like my thermal insoles back in the shoes for right now, just so my socks aren't like touching the wet insole that's in there. Obviously kind of the sides and the top are still a little wet. They're not like super soaked, but they're wet and they're cold. Put a brand new pair of Darn Tough socks on. So, I mean, the socks are definitely helping. Way better like gear replacement than the socks that I brought the last time. So no hot spots in all that hiking yesterday, no blisters, none of that. My feet actually feel great inside of these socks. It's just, you know, my feet are sore. Yeah. So this segment, like this stretch, is so grueling. It's just like all these like winding, like very steep, like winding, like back and forth, like going down these like steep declines, and then same thing going up. Like, I mean, it's winding and sometimes like it's pretty steep. I'll show you guys, I'll film when I leave here. So I had to jump off trail to get to this shelter, and just getting up to this shelter was like, it was horrible. It's just, you know, after a long day of hiking and then have like one more little stretch of like this just massive incline and like rugged terrain. It's just like, oh my God. And then like, you know, I'm following the GPS. I stopped filming and I'm like following the GPS to get up here. And like, it looks all awkward when you're following the GPS compared to like where like your setting point is, because it doesn't look like you're going there, and you're like, oh my God, where is this thing at? And this thing's pretty off the beaten path, so yeah, I don't know. It's been interesting. It's been fun. You know, a lot of downtime. A lot of road walking. Yesterday, you know, that Waterville segment that we did last time, you know, I had to do that again. So that's, you know, quite a bit of road walking. And then coming onto this segment, this is actually, you know, a decent amount of road walking, which, you know, walking on like paved street, it's different than hiking on a trail. My hips are killing me, my feet are killing me, my knee. You know, I was in a motorcycle accident many years ago, and you know, cold weather, and then, you know, long hikes, and knee bothers me a bit. So took a few leave this morning, drinking my coffee. Yeah. So shoulders hurt, my arms are sore. couple of gear breakages. Like, that really sucks. Like, my sunglasses broke somehow, which I have no idea how because they're always on top of my hat. I didn't even wear them. But yeah, the one of the arms broke off, which really sucks. Um, and then my little water bottle clips from Z-Packs, the little aqua clip thing. I broke one early in the morning trying to put my cat filter on it, which is like a tight fit anyway, but I've done it. And I tried to snap that in there to keep like the two smart water bottles inside the backpack and then just drink from the cat filter, and it snapped. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I did bring a backup one. I almost left it at home. I brought a backup, thank God. And then so I, fixed all that, rearranged it, whatever, and then had my smart water bottle in there, which is what it's made for. And then probably like 3/4 of the way, maybe a little more, I'm walking along, and all of a sudden my water bottle's on the ground, and the thing like cracked in half. So I don't know. I mean, they're plastic. They're not like super durable, but it should not break like that just from walking. So that sucks. And then, I had to carry the water bottle for a little bit, found a bench, and then put the water bottle in the backpack, which, it's a little hard to be grabbing at the water bottle when it's in those side pockets, at least for me. So that sucks. So I'm not sure what I'm doing today. I got to figure something out because I can't like keep stopping every time I want to take a drink and take that backpack off. And my hiking shorts, like putting it in like one of the pockets or something, I don't know, it's just not gonna work. So yeah, kind of a bummer. But I mean, if that's the only gear fails that happen, I'm not too upset about it. So yeah, I'm gonna get lunch like kind of set and prepared. So one new piece of gear, I wanted to bring this last time I came out, but it didn't ship in time. So I did get it this time, but I've got this Hyperlight. It's called a repack. Basically, it's like this insulated Dyneema little sack, and you take your Ziploc food, and I use freezer bags because when I boil water and pour it inside of a freezer bag, it doesn't like melt the bag or whatever. So I'll pour some hot water inside the freezer bag, stick it inside of the repack, and then snap it down. And this will keep it insulated while that food's in there, hydrating and whatever. And then, yeah, and then I can eat it a little bit later on. So yeah, another thing, like, you can take, like I brought like the little chia bombs, or like I got an oatmeal bomb in there. So same thing, like I can boil water the night before, pour it in, stick it in the repack, and then wake up in the morning, everything's hydrated and like just ready to go. So there's no like getting up and trying to like boil water and prepare your food, it's just ready, and like you can just eat and have a quicker start to your day. So it's almost 8 a.m. now. Set the alarm for 7. I am moving kind of slow just because my body is really, really achy. And it's cold out, so I'm trying to like warm up. I'm drinking my coffee, and yeah, I don't know. So not as much tear down just because I didn't have to put the tarp up and all of that type of stuff. So should be a relatively quick, tear everything down, pack it all away, and then be on my way. So I do have another very long hike again today. Minimum I want to do 10 miles, but if I can hit 15, that would be ideal. So I don't know, my body is not liking me today, so we'll see what happens. But yeah.
Do you dream that the world will know your name? So tell me your name. And do you care about all the little things or anything at all? I wanna feel all the chemicals inside. I wanna feel I wanna sunburn just to know that I'm alive, to know I'm alive. And don't tell me if I'm dying, 'cause I don't wanna know. If I can't see the sun, maybe I should go. Don't wake me 'cause I'm dreaming of angels on the moon, where everyone you know never leaves too soon. Do you believe in the day that you were born? Tell me, do you believe? And do you know that every day's the first of the rest of your life? And don't tell me if I'm dying, 'cause I don't wanna know. If I can't see the sun, maybe I should go. Don't wake me 'cause I'm dreaming of angels on the moon, where everyone you know never leaves too soon. This is the one last day in the shadows, and to know a brother's love. This is to New York City angels and the rivers of our blood. This is to all of us, to all of us. So don't tell me if I'm dying, 'cause I don't wanna know. If I can't see the sun, maybe I should go. Don't wake me 'cause I'm dreaming of angels on the moon, where everyone you know never leaves too soon. Yeah, you can tell me all your thoughts about the stars that fill polluted skies, and show me where you run to when no one's left to take your side. But don't tell me where the road ends, 'cause I just don't wanna know. No, I don't wanna know. Don't tell me if I'm dying. Don't tell me if I'm dying.
All right, what is up, everybody? So we are on day 3. I got really kind of a late start. I did not hike as many miles as I wanted to yesterday. I stopped at the second shelter that's on the trail to grab a bite to eat, and there was another hiker that was there, So then, yeah, I just kind of got to talking, and by the time I made lunch, it was already late. And then, you know, kind of cleaning everything up, packing up. It was like, all right, well, I'm not going to get out of here until close to 4. Which means I'm not going to hike as many miles as I wanted before it got dark. So I ended up just staying at that shelter, and then met another hiker that came up a little bit later in the evening. So went to bed later than normal. Real cool couple guys though. The first guy had an extra life straw, asked if I wanted it, and I was like, oh hell yeah, I'll do a gear review on the life straw. And then the second guy I met, his water filter fell out of his backpack. So I was like, well, you're in luck, because I actually just acquired this life straw. So yeah, I gave him that, 'cause he's going to be out here for several days. And you know, I got filters. I was just taking it as, you know, a different piece of gear, something else to do a review on, but somebody else needed it. So, and then ran out of cigarettes, so I actually hiked 2.5 miles off trail to get to a gas station in Eagle, Wisconsin, and then hiked 2.5 miles back. And then it's gonna get pretty sunny. And then packing up this morning, chatting with the other hiker. Just took forever. So yeah, late start. I still have a very long way to go, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. So the next shelter is 10 miles away, and then there's a campground further, but I just don't have the funds to stay at the campground and like reserve a site. So ideally I need to get to that campground, stay there for the night, and then wake up pretty early and finish the hike to Janesville. But I don't know if that's going to actually happen. So I will have completed my mammoth challenge, but I'm not sure if I'm going to complete my own little personal challenge to get to Janesville and kind of film the Devil's Staircase. That was the goal. Because tomorrow I am getting picked up, and then getting a ride back to Lapham. And I still have that 35-mile bike ride ahead of me back home. So trying to not be out here like super late, but I don't know. So I'm still trying to figure all that out. But you know, I mean, that's the thing, is like I had goals, I had deadlines, I kind of mapped out what I was hoping to do miles wise per day, hit certain, you know, landmarks. And trying and keep this thing balanced. Hit certain landmarks, and it's just, you know, stuff happens on the trail, so can't always count on that. And that's why, like, it's always good to bring, you know, additional food or additional water, a headlamp. It's supposed to rain, so, you know, bringing a rain jacket. It's always good to bring that stuff, just because you never know. Like, I mean, I'm essentially, I think, like a day behind. So I may end up having to do some night hiking to reach the DCA campground that I want to hit. Just the problem with the DCA campgrounds, I don't know if there's going to be trees to hang up on, because like the two that were in Waterville, one had trees and the other one didn't. So, you know, that's pretty important for me, being a hammock camper, wanting to be able to hang water, hang my food bag. And that one site just didn't have that. So I could end up doing a lot of miles today just to make that site, so I'm back on schedule. And then I get there and there's no trees to hang the hammock up on. So I don't know. We gotta see. So right now, just running on coffee and granola bars. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna film today, just because I do have a lot of miles that I have to make up. I am carrying a little extra water with me right now, so the bag is a little heavier. You know, and honestly, I'm just tired. I had a pretty grueling couple of sections yesterday. It really took a lot out of me. So we'll see what happens. And quite honestly, I almost gave up yesterday. I almost messaged my ride and said, hey, I'm just gonna chill here until you can come get me. I'm not gonna complete my goal anyway. And then I kind of stalled, and I was like, no, you're not giving up. If, you know, in the end you fail and you don't meet Janesville, that's fine, but you're at least going to keep hiking until time runs out and it's time to get back home. So I don't know, the will to press on. And I'm, you know, honestly, I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get back out here. This is probably going to be the last trip of the season, because I really got to get back to real life, responsibility, bills. So we'll see. But anyway, I got to keep trekking, and I'll catch you guys later on.
Get out on the ocean, if you sail out on the sea, if you get up in the mountains, if you go climbing on trees, oh, through every emotion, when you know that they don't care, darling, that's when I'm with you. Oh, I'll go with you anywhere. If you get up in a jet plane, down in a submarine, if you get onto the next train to somewhere you've never been, if you wanna ride in a fast car and feel the wind in your hair, darling, just look beside you. Oh, I'll go with you anywhere. Oh, and I will be with you when the darkest winter comes. will be with you to feel the California sun. Oh, and I will be with you in the nighttime when it's through. Oh, I'll go anywhere with you. Get up in the hillside, if you ride out on the plains, if you go digging up dirt, if you go out dancing in the rain, if you go chasing in rainbows just to find the gold ain't there, darling, just look behind you. Oh, I'll go with you anywhere. Oh, and I will be with you when the darkest winter comes. Oh, and I will be with you to feel the California sun. Oh, and I will be with you in the nighttime.
Alright, what is up, guys? Good morning, good morning. It's day 4. And my deadline's here, so I had 4 days basically to complete the Mammoth Challenge and make it to Janesville before my ride came to pick me up. I was kind of hoping to have a little bit more time, but I don't. Completed the Mammoth Challenge, so I've officially hiked 43 miles, and then 2 sections I had to do twice, so it'd be officially more than 43. But yeah, essentially I made it to Whitewater. And that's where I'm at. So it has been a grueling trip. This trail definitely kicked my butt. Got rained on and hailed on yesterday. I fell. It's been interesting. I got to a shelter. There was no water, and I went on a mission to try to find water. Ended up hiking at night trying to find water in wet clothes. That was super sketch. Got bailed out by a random couple that saw me. They hooked me up with some water and drove me back to where I was staying. So props to them. They totally saved my ass. Met some really awesome people out here, and it's just been fun. So I wish I had more time. I need another couple of days to finish my next, I don't know, it's like 27 miles, something like that. 30 to the complete end of where I want it to be, but I need a couple more days, and I just don't have it. So time to get back to real life. This has been fun. It has been grueling. But yeah, so got to get back to real life. It is what it is. But I will definitely be back out here at some point and do more of this trail. So see you guys. Hope you liked the video.